Yo, shout out my high minute, man.
Mile Minute, #1 podcast in the universe. We live in Denver, Colorado. And one of the hottest upcoming artists in the city right now, STAINN, man. What's the word?
What's good with y'all, man? Get it, man.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you for coming on the show.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, I was about to interview Lil I, and I told him, I'm saying, I'm trying to tap into STAINN and plug, what I'm saying? Y'all three been going crazy.
Killing shit, yeah.
Coming up in the city right
crazy.
now, so tell the people where you're originally from and all the good stuff. Kind of introduce yourself.
My name's STAINN. I was born in Wichita,
Okay.
Kansas, but I was just born there. I ain't really remember much.
Yeah.
I was moving around a lot as a kid, so I lived in West Virginia, Texas, and then I finally settled out here when I was I wasn't old enough to remember anything, bro. I don't remember a lot of my childhood. I just remember a lot of shit from here. So I'm from here, bro. I grew up most of my life here.
Yeah.
Fucking remember everything from here.
What part of Colorado did you grow up in for the most part?
Echo.
Okay,
Aurora.
so
Yeah.
yeah. When did you move out here?
I'm trying to think. I'm not sure, bro. Probably like 2005, 2006, around that
Yeah,
years.
so you've been out here for a minute.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Were you into sports or anything growing up before you got into making music, or?
Yeah. Football, basketball, baseball. I did all that shit as a kid, but basketball is where I was at. I was cold as
You're
fuck.
pretty tall, so I can see.
Yeah, I was pretty cold at basketball.
What positions were you playing?
Small forward, shooting guard. Yeah, but that shit I ain't really go through with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What high school did you go to?
I went to Gateway.
Oh, okay.
Gateway,
So
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Did you end up graduating or get GD or?
Yeah, I barely graduated.
Oh, yeah.
I actually had one of my homies basically helped me graduate. I graduated during COVID season, so
Oh, okay.
so I had it. I ain't get to graduate. I ain't get none of that shit. So I ain't get to live that high school experience and shit. Plus I was in high school a lot.
COVID kind of messed it up.
Yeah.
That's dope. You graduated though.
Yeah.
Okay, so when it comes to the sports, did you get any looks or opportunities to go play in college, or were you kind of not really?
Nah, I was a street hooper, bro. I played middle school ball. I was cool at that. I tried high school ball, but I was getting money, bro.
You weren't worried about.
I wasn't worried about school, sports, nothing. I couldn't keep a grade up for that shit. I couldn't do none of that shit.
We're talking about graduating sports. You say you were more like a street hooper.
Yeah, I was street hooper.
Oh yeah, how was your family life growing up? You know what I'm saying? Was it pretty cool? Did you have both parents? If you don't feel comfortable, you don't have to get into it, but.
Yeah, I had both my parents, but my pops, that's my pops right now. It's really my stepdad, but he's been there my whole life. That's my dad. That's for real, my dad. But I ain't have a dad, you know. My pops left me and shit. But I just figured I had some brothers and shit, so I just met them. I just met them too after years. They don't fuck with him either, so it's all cool. But my dad, that's my dad right now.
In Colorado, or?
Yeah, right here. Yeah, he's from Texas. He's from Houston.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Are your brothers out here too, or?
Nah, they live out in Kansas too.
Oh, okay.
So I got family out there, so when I go visit out there, I tap in with them. I try to be cool with them and shit.
Okay, man. Just on some random shit, what's the rap scene like in Kansas, or are you really tapped into it too much?
Nah, I don't know shit over there, bro. Not really.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I just go over there to visit family. That's about it. Yeah.
What are some the similarities and differences between Colorado and Kansas?
Over here, it's more it's hella more the city and shit. Everything's newer and shit. Over there, it's kind of plain, boring.
Yeah.
Everything's fucking trapped out, fucked up. Nothing really gets built over there. Nothing gets fixed. They don't really give a fuck about that state, you know?
Yeah,
you don't really hear people talking about Kansas and shit. So, but every time I go over there, everything's the same. Nothing changes. So everything's just, old shit.
Okay. let's dive into like the transition from school to making music. How long have you been making music?
Shit, I've been making music since like my freshman year in high school.
Like really dropping and
Nah,
stuff?
not dropping. More like just like fucking around with it.
Yeah.
Me and the homies just fucking around with it, just rapping and shit. I never was gonna take rap shit serious anyway in the first place. But the homies I was around, like they said I was pretty good and shit, so we fucked around and tried it, did some shit. I did my first, I started dropping on SoundCloud. I went to like somebody's studio in their basement and shit.
Yeah.
Worst fucking experience of my life. I had like, you could hear my song, bro, when I dropped it. You could hear like fucking his little brothers and sisters in the back fighting and shit. His fucking mama pulled up, kicked us all out the house. Like, who the fuck are these motherfuckers in the crib? I'm like yo, what the fuck? I'm like, all right, I'm gonna be respectful. I'm gonna leave and shit. So.
Are they still out, or did you take those down?
Nah, I took all that shit down, bro. None of that shit's out. But I don't even think I got that song still, bro. But that was like my first studio experience. I ain't hit a studio since until like maybe like last year.
Okay. So how come you stopped for a little bit and then got back into it?
I mean, I was still making music, bro. I was making music on my phone. A lot of music that you hear, a lot of the old shit on YouTube still. It don't sound like it, but I was doing shit on my phone, off the iPhone headphones, yeah.
Like the music videos on your channel? Or?
Yeah, like all my beginning ones were all off my phone. Shooters, Bang Mine, me and Gito's song.
Oh, okay.
That shit was off the phone. You wouldn't even think so.
That's crazy.
Me and Byron's song Stacks, I did that shit off iPhone.
Like you just recorded your own?
Nah, I had the iPhone headphones, but I mastered that shit, bro. I could do that shit.
Damn, that's unique as fuck.
Yeah.
You don't really hear
Actually, me and Lil I's first song, I did that shit off the iPhone headphones too.
How'd you master it? Like,
I did it through an app. They had like their little mastering shit, but low key, like I had to perfect it, bro. Like there was no mastering, no mixing. I had to perfect it.
That's dope. Okay. And so like, what was kind of that like moment where you're like, no, I'm gonna start taking this serious. I'm gonna start dropping visuals and stuff like that.
I started dropping music like I dropped my first video. My homie put me onto this dude from Texas, so we had him flying in. We was paying him, and he was just flying in and shooting our videos. I didn't know any videographers out here at all.
Yeah.
I wasn't really tapped into the scene like that. But we had this dude flying in because he throwing him for like 300 a vid. And I was like, babe, let me get 2, let me get 3. He'd come out here, he'd shoot our vids, and then he'd fly back and then, send them through. But I stopped fucking with him because he kind of fucked me over.
Yeah.
He didn't send me my video. I got all fucked up one night, sent him all the money that night. I was like, for 3 videos.
Hey, fuck that nigga.
Yeah, fuck that nigga. I ain't even gonna say his name. Fuck that nigga. Fuck him.
Yeah, you don't want to get no calls.
But he ain't sent me some of my vids and shit, and I was just like, yeah. But that's when I started to
deposit first.
Yeah, I started doing deposit. I learned, lessons and shit.
That's how it goes. Like, there's been a couple interviews I've done, like big interviews that I didn't even get to drop because some BS happened.
Yeah, bullshit.
I felt that. How come you weren't really like, I guess, hitting up like Colorado videographers at the time, or like what, how did you start figuring out about the Colorado scene and stuff?
Shit, I was pretty new to this shit, so I ain't really know where to start. So like it was kind of like my homies kind of like helped me. They kind of pushed me. They was like showing me people, tapping me in with people. Mostly my nigga Hefe. But that's kind of, I was just on Instagram. I think HeyyAyyOne was the first person I ever fucked with. HeyyAyyOne was probably the first person I ever fucked with the vids.
Hell yeah. What made you, I guess you just said, through your homies and stuff. So looking at your videos, you got 30K on the backpack with Gito.
Hell yeah.
What's like, would you say that's like your biggest?
That's probably my biggest song, yeah.
What's the story behind that video?
Shit, Gito was probably the first person I ever made a song with out here. Like, first person I ever tapped in with, first person I ever did business with, anything like that.
did y'all like know each other growing up, or was it more like on some music shit?
I didn't even know him at all. Actually, I was the first person I made a song with, but Gito was the first person I made a video with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
that's hard.
But I didn't know him. He just kind of actually the way we met was A1 was doing when he was doing the fucking the comments for a free video.
Oh yeah.
And it was like as you can get as many likes on your comment, I'll throw you a free video. So me and Gito were back to back, like going at it with the likes. We were hitting like 180 on likes.
Yeah.
And fucking, me and him both peeped that shit. So and then he tapped in with me, and then we just fucking I sent him an open, and then we locked in from there.
That's dope. How did Stacks come together with 602 Byron?
Byron, like me and Byron met because he hit me up on Instagram.
Yeah.
He was just like, he's like, yo, bro, you hard. He's like, how much for a feature and shit, you know? And I was like, that I wasn't even charging, so I was like, shit, I fucked with him. So I was like, shit, it's nothing, bro.
Yeah.
I was just saying, I thought we were just gonna do the song, and I sent it to him, and he's like, bet. And then he was about his shit. He's like, I'll come out for the vid. I was like, say that. So he came out. Well, he tapped in with me. Then he tapped in with Active. He tapped in with Gito, and then we ended up making that song with us three, and that shit hit 20K.
Hell yeah. No, I seen that one too.
Yeah.
It was like 303 to 602.
Yeah. And then that's how the whole movement started, bro. We started the whole movement, and then out in Phoenix, they know the whole movement. So basically, we swap fans, and like.
Hell yeah. That's smart.
In Phoenix, everybody knows who I am. In Denver, everybody knows Byron.
That's what I be telling everyone is like the Phoenix and Denver scene is real similar in a lot of ways. Like it's like they both scenes got a bunch of like bubbling artists, similar demographics in a way. You feel me? Like a lot of the same politics. Like it's crazy. Go watch that 602 Byron interview.
Yeah, it's hella similar. Like when we talked, bro, he was telling me we was like our shit's like hella similar. Like all the people, like how people act, all that shit.
It's a lot hotter there, but other than that,
oh yeah,
shit too hot there.
Yeah, I was actually out there like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I was too actually.
Yeah, I went with them, and then we all went to LA basically.
Did you get some like work done, like some?
Oh yeah, me and Plugs went to LA and shot that video, and we dropped it on Latin Beast. It just hit 5K in 2 weeks.
The letting up,
yeah. And we went out there. I tapped in with Ralphie the Plugs video man.
Oh, okay.
And then he fucks with us, and he shout out Up Good, but he shot our shit too out there. And then I met some other artists in the studio and shit, you know.
Yeah.
I also met some famous corridos people. They took me around Compton Studios, famous studios. I didn't even know they were famous studios and shit. I met some people.
That's dope.
So shit was tight.
All right, man. Well, shit. What's like the goals and plans from here? Like, where you plan on going with this music? Do you have any like dope drops? Anything coming up for the people to be on the lookout for?
Yeah, me and I got a tape coming New Year's. It's called Tales from the Hood. We've been working on that shit since like beginning of the summer.
Yeah.
Still ain't even done yet. We're still doing new shit all the time. And but right now I ain't really working on no tapes and nothing. We just pushing out these videos and shit.
Hell yeah, that's smart.
Like
build that catalog.
Yeah, that's where it's at, you know. Before I even get a tape.
Okay. Shit, man. How'd you get the name STAINN?
I got STAINN from since a youngin', bro. I fucking being a badass kid, love stealing shit. Fucking the homies always called me in high school. And then we started rapping. We was picking names and shit. And I went through a few names, but that's just the one I fucked with, and I just kept that shit, bro.
That was stuck. Okay. Good shit, man. Let the people know where they can find you on Instagram. And
you can find me on Instagram at STAINN.G4L. You can find me on YouTube, STAINN. It's all caps, 2 N's. And shit, nigga, we turning up, bro. We finna go crazy all year. I'm actually fucking, numbers is going crazy. I just started this channel and shit. I've only been doing this, I've only been dropping for like a year. And I'm doing my shit, bro.
What do you think is making people gravitate towards your music so much?
Shit, I don't know. I think it's like, I don't know. I like the West Coast sound, bro.
Yeah.
But I do a lot of fucking I can get it with the drill shit. I can get with all that shit, bro. Like, and a lot of people like my voice. Everybody says I have a deep ass voice. Like,
no, you do.
They like my voice and shit. Yeah. They like how I come on that shit. So a lot of people that I met, they just talk about my voice and shit. So I think that's what keeps them around and shit.
All right, man. Well, shit. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Comment down below who you want to see next to the Mile High Minute. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell button to stay notified. You know, the latest news drops.
Yeah.
You got any? Or can I get a shout out for Mile High Minute one time?
Yo, shout out Mile High Minute, man.
Hell yeah, appreciate you. Shout out to sponsor of today's video, 3 in Water. Go get that hydration for the go-getters. And shout out Twisted Tea. And I think that just about does it, man. Make sure y'all go follow STAINN on everything.
Yeah, go follow me, man.
YouTube, all that links be in the description. That's it, man. Mile High Minute, #1 podcast in the universe. We out.